Today, we're going behind the drywall. We're going to uncover this hidden battle that's happening inside your home's plumbing. And it's a battle that could be costing you thousands without you even realizing it.
So let me ask you a question. What's the most destructive force in your home? I mean, really think about it. Is it a fire? Maybe a big storm? Well, you might be surprised to find out that the biggest threat probably isn't coming from the outside at all.
That's right. The biggest threat is already there, inside your walls. It's that huge, complex web of pipes, and it's locked in this constant, silent battle with its environment. And when it loses, well, the results can be absolutely catastrophic.
So to really understand this battle, we have to first get to know the battlefield, and that's your home's hidden network of pipes that, let's be honest, we all rely on every single day. It's totally an out-of-sight, out-of-mind kind of system, right? You turn on the faucet, clean water comes out. You flush the toilet, waste just disappears. We just trust that it's all going to work perfectly, day after day, without ever really thinking about the incredible pressure and constant strain it's under.
Now, to really see these forces in action, we're going to zoom in on a place where this battle is more intense than pretty much anywhere else. Houston, Texas. It's basically the perfect case study for problems that can and do happen everywhere.
This mix of factors, it's like a blueprint for plumbing failure. And while these problems are super extreme down in Houston, they really represent the exact same environmental stressors that plumbing systems are fighting against all over the country.
These are pretty much the four horsemen of the plumbing apocalypse, especially in places like the Gulf Coast. Each one attacks your pipes in its own special way. You've got high humidity and heat, accelerating rust, and then shifting soil, hard water, and just old pipes, creating the perfect storm. Let's dig into the biggest culprits.
Just try to imagine this. The very ground your house is built on is actively trying to squeeze and pull apart its pipes. See, unlike sandy soil, clay soaks up tons of water and swells up. Then when it gets dry, it shrinks and cracks. This creates this slow but super powerful force that can literally bend, crack, and snap your pipes over time. And that constant moving ground, that is a leading cause of what's called a slab leak. This is one of those problems every homeowner dreads, because the leak is happening inside the concrete foundation of your house, which means it's hidden, it's destructive, and it is incredibly hard to get to. So if the soil attacks your pipes from the outside, hard water attacks them from the inside. You can literally think of it like cholesterol for your pipes. These mineral deposits just build up and up over time, making the pipes narrower, clogging your faucets, and coating the inside of your water heater until it just gives up and fails. And finally, you've just got plain old age. You know, a lot of older homes were built with pipes that were never designed to last forever. Galvanized steel and cast iron, they are literally rusting away from the inside out. This creates tiny leaks and also makes the inside surface all rough, so it snags stuff and leads to clogs and eventually breaks. Okay, so the threats are definitely real. I get it. But here's the good news. Your house doesn't just suffer in silence. It actually sends out warning signals. You have to know how to listen. One of the absolute loudest alarms your house can sound is a sudden spike in your water bill. I mean, an unexplained jump to $400 or even more? That is a crystal clear sign that thousands of gallons of water are escaping somewhere you can't see.
So before we go any further, just take a second. Have you noticed any weird sounds lately? Strange smells? Maybe a small water stain you've been kind of ignoring? Your home might be talking to you right now.
Here are the big ones to watch out for. Gurgling toilets could mean a blockage in your main sewer line. Drains that are super slow, yeah, that means the buildup is starting to win. And wet spots in the yard when it hasn't even rained, that could be a broken water line right under your feet. These are not small annoyances. They're symptoms of a much bigger problem.
So you found a problem. Now you're staring down a big decision. Do you repair it or replace it? The options can feel totally overwhelming, but just understanding the modern solutions is, well, it's everything.
For replacing those old failing water lines, you've really got two main choices today: PEX and copper. PEX is the modern stuff. It's a flexible plastic that resists corrosion and can handle that ground movement we were talking about. Copper is the traditional durable standard, but since it's a rigid metal, it's way more vulnerable to shifts in the foundation.
So what about clearing out your drains? A traditional snake just kind of pokes a hole through a clog to get things moving again. But hydrojetting? Oh, that is a different beast altogether. It uses high-pressure water to blast away everything: grease, roots, sediment, leaving the inside of the pipe looking almost brand new.
In this chart right here, this is why paying attention to those small warning signs is so critical. The cost to fix a leaky faucet? Pretty minor. But ignoring a gurgling toilet that turns into a main sewer line blockage? Now you're easily looking at $3,000. Or a lot more.
Okay, you've listened to your home, you understand the potential problems, and you definitely know the stakes. The very last step is knowing what to do when you need to call in a professional. Look, the whole process really shouldn't be a mystery. A good, reputable pro is going to follow a very clear process. First, you call and they schedule someone. Second, they diagnose the real problem and give you a written estimate that you have to approve before they start. Then third, they do the work, test it to make sure it's fixed, and clean everything up. No surprises.
And that really brings us to our final question. It's not a question of if this battle is happening. It is. The real question is, who's winning? Are you taking proactive steps, or are you just waiting for the environment to land a knockout blow? Ultimately, you don't have to be a victim of a burst pipe or a flooded basement. Just by understanding the forces at play and by learning how to read the signs your house is giving you, you can shift from just reacting to being proactive, and you can finally take control of that hidden battle inside your walls.